Hello, Potato. I do a lot of blind box, blind bag stuff on this channel, and for the most part, that's all really simple stuff. You open a thing, you create mounds of landfill, and you get little plastic vinyl figurines, much like the ones you largely can't see because they're blocked by Deadpool on a deer there. And it's all well and good, and you get cool little cute bits of rubbish that future generations will wonder what they are when they find them in landfills. But what if we could add an element of skill, a skill that I almost certainly do not have, to this blind box process? Well, that is where MGA's Miniverse comes in, and I've been thinking for a while about doing some MGA Miniverse things, like those Harry Potter ones, or the Lord of the Rings ones, or the cocktail ones, if I could find them. And I have not done it yet, although I do actually have another Miniverse thing that I probably won't be doing till January, because it's, Thanksgiving weekend when this is coming out, and December is like going to be all Advent calendars except for on Saturday and Sunday. So anything I want to do that's like Christmassy and small needs to be done, well, today. So today, we're going to do the thing that finally made me pull the trigger and actually do an MGA Miniverse, and that is Make It Mini Holiday. There are apparently 4 in this collection. There is the holiday tree shown on the front here. There is a charcuterie board. There is, I believe, a Swiss roll stand, and then there's the ultra rare Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Marty Moose mugs. I think they call them like Griswold mugs on the description of it, but they're Marty Moose mugs. They're from Wally World, and that was the thing. Honestly, I mean, I'm not gonna get the National Lampoon one. Those I'm sure have been just gone through and sniped out of every one of these displays everywhere. But I'm hoping to get the tree. But I did pick up a couple of these to do. Hopefully one of them is the tree. I mean, realistically, we're going to get the Swiss roll, the charcuterie, the tree. I mean, we're going to get 2 different ones. They do feel like they're different ones. They do feel like they're different weights. So I'm hoping they're 2 different ones. I hope I didn't manage to grab 2 of the same one. Now, these are different than your average, your mini brands, because you do actually have to put these together yourself. And my understanding is these have resin in them. And I guess there was some complication with, older versions of this, some of the Make It Mini foods. And I've heard different things about what the issues are. Some people say that it's because of the resin. People letting kids that are far too young play with these things, and they get the resin on their hands, and they wouldn't clean it off properly, and I guess it would burn them or something, or poison them, or something unpleasant to them. And the other was that the food looked too realistic and children were eating them. And honestly, here in the US, I could certainly believe either one. Don't forget, this is the country that bans Kinder eggs. But I thought, we're gonna finally do this. So because of the resin, and because also it looks like there's a fair amount of glittery stuff here, I have got myself a little tray to work on these. And since I have giant rock biter hands, got a couple little pairs of tweezers to hopefully help me do things like attach teeny tiny little ornaments to a teeny tiny little tree. Now, of course, this is not a great view for this. So I'm going to change the camera a little bit, and then we'll open up one of these and see what I've got. All right, here goes nothing with these rock biter hands. I will attempt to put together a miniature thing. Wow, that's a good start. To be fair, I have trouble with those on the mini brands as well. I have a very, very bad feeling about this. I don't think this is in my skill set, but I think unwrapping Star Wars mini brand, Galaxy Peak is probably the best use of my skill. Okay, so we have a little Gashapon capsule here, gold on the bottom. And we have pictures of a tree in there. And is that just holiday, or is that because we actually got the tree? Well, you do still get the whole mountain of landfill, so that's good. We wouldn't want to miss out on that part of the experience of doing blind box things. There's lots of little bits in here. Lots of little instruction things in here. All right, so here are the options, I guess, of what we can get. So yeah, the tree, the baked goods, charcuterie, yeah, Yule log, that's what it is. Yule log, not Swiss roll. And National Lampoon's Moose mug. They're Wally World mugs. I feel like if I got them, I wouldn't want to put the, it looks like eggnog in them. So I'm not, I guess it must be some sort of like a glaze or something you put on these ones. Or do we have to frost? Do we have to cut these out? Ooh. Well, let's see what we got before I start worrying too much. I got lots of little papery things to unwrap, lots of little early holiday. Okay, so I think we do have the tree. I think it is the tree. That looks like a tree stand. So that's good. That is kind of the one that first got my attention for this collection, was the tree. Oh, it comes with its own little tweezers and a brush. So I didn't need to worry about tweezers. That's good. So we got little tweezers here. I think I still may use my metal ones, but we've got tweezers. Oh, we got so many instructions. Are these in different languages or? Are any of them in English? None of these appear to be English. That's not great. Looks like we have Russian. I don't know. That German? Doesn't look like German. Greek? Maybe Greek? I don't know. Czechoslovakian. I don't know what that means. That looks like it might be Korean or Chinese. I think Chinese. My ignorance is on full display here. I think that's Dutch, Polish, Italian. What's PT? We don't seem to have is English. Oh, yeah, I threw it off the side already. Read me first. Well, maybe I should just take it. That's a lot of reading. So yeah, we do have the tree here, it looks like. English is on this side then? Here we go. 1, make it. 2, set it. Build your set using ingredients and step-by-step recipe card from your pack. Okay. Each pack has unique ingredients. Some packs may have a few more pieces than needed for the recipe. 2, set it. Once you have your set prepped, place it under direct sunlight or 365 nanometer UV light, not supplied, with a tray. Set the resin for at least 5 minutes or until a resin has hardened. Only check a resin hardened with tweezers provided. Bring set back indoors and cool down before touching. After you're done, yeah, I don't care. So, step-by-step instructions from your pack. It's not this, is it? Oh, I guess that's what this is. I guess. So I guess for the tree, we paint on some stuff, throw on the snow. Okay, no, we put water in the base, and then paint on, put the tree base together, paint the top, I guess, sprinkle on the flocking, sunlight, and decorate. Well, I wonder if this will work for that. It is luckily a sunny day, so I mean, we can probably do this. All right, well, let's get everything unwrapped, and then we'll. So here are our baubles, mini Merry Decor, 12 pieces. And then, yeah, lots of landfill. So this is our Makey Make Flesh Squirt. I guess this must be the resin. That says to peel here. Is that just to take off the warning label to make it look? Yeah, that's all that. Oh no, there's actually like stuff. That looks horrible now. There's actually stuff under here that didn't. I peeled off the whole sticker instead of. Well, I'm guessing it's stuff along the lines of don't eat this, don't put it on your skin, that sort of thing. Lots of warning labels. Given how many warning labels, I'm kind of surprised we even sell it here in the US. Do not eat. No, that's what I kind of thought. So we have our baubles, we have our tree topper here. We have our artificial snow. So I guess this is the paint. Where'd it go? I just lost it. There was a paintbrush here. And now there's not a paintbrush. Oh, there it is. We have our paintbrush. We have a holly berry. Which I don't see what that's for. I don't see a holly berry in the picture or in the instructions here. So yeah, I'm not sure what that's for. So I'm guessing this little string wrapped bundle here must be the actual tree, or at least the base of the tree. Yep, that's... Well, that is never going to look quite like it did on the package, is it? That's fairly horribly mutilated. Well, that's not good. So I'm a little disappointed just solely in this, because... Yeah, there's no way this is going to look like it did on the package. It's all squished. It doesn't tell you how to unsquish it, so I'm guessing the top here is not going to be any better. Add that to the landfill pile. I mean, the little bits of paper wrapped stuff are cute. Okay, so like that. So yeah, clearly, I guess it's good because it takes the pressure off me about ruining it, because it's frankly already pretty screwed up in the package. How are you meant to fix this to make it look right? These aren't like wire reinforcement things. They're very rubbery feeling, like kind of a coarse rubber, very flexy. Feels like they'd be very tolerant for handling, but yeah, I mean, this looks like an artificial tree that somebody stored incorrectly and is now permanently and forever warped. Well, maybe that'll sort out over time. But yeah, I already feel disappointed in this. Which is a shame, because this is like the one that I initially wanted was the tree. I thought the tree looked cute. Welp. Who doesn't want to stay together? Well, let's sally forth. So we've got everything unpacked now. That's step number 2. Number 3 is to pour some of our resin here in the base. This is our flock. Oh, it's flock. Flock adhesive. Gosh, that is tiny flippin' writing. All right, that's our flock adhesive. Oh, I didn't open. No, that's the snow. I don't want to open that yet. So I'm going to open up our flock adhesive, and I guess pour a little bit of it into the base. I feel like they should have given you like a little dropper or something for this. Very carefully. That's like the water for our tree. I feel like that's probably enough. There we go. Stop dripping. Yeah, this is why I got a little tray, because I have my tablecloth here has fair amounts of holes in it, and I feel like this is going to end up with resin in places I don't want it. All right, so we need to put the tree in the hole like so. And I guess I'll harden as all this goes. Which side looks the best here? Yeah, I'm not... I wish they had a way of packaging these so that they weren't all mangled. All right, well, that'll have to do. So next we're going to paint on some of the flock adhesive. And then we're going to go put this one outside, and I guess we'll work on the other one while this sits in the sun. Got our teeny tiny little paintbrush here. Let's, I guess, just kind of go around this. Again, this is like totally not my skill set. If you've watched my Lego videos, you know that I am not the most delicate-handed person. That's why I mean, just having these giant hands alone is a bit of a setback for this kind of stuff. I'm sure there's probably somebody like Andre the Giant Hands out there going, no, you're an idiot. You just aren't doing it right. And that's probably true. I'm sure there are people with much rock bitier hands than I do, than I possess, that would have no problem handling this teeny tiny little brush. And oh my gosh, this is I mean it's simple, but I'm having so much difficulty in like keeping a good grip on the teeny tiny little brush here. All right, I think I've got a pretty good coating of flock adhesive on our tree here, such as it is. So if you know how to fix this so that the branches like even out properly and like don't look like an artificial tree that's been improperly stored, please let me know in the comments. Even if it's too late for me to fix, I just go buy another one of these. They had tons of these at the store. Just again, I'm sure not the Griswold ones. I think I've gone around the tree a couple times here now. Most of the branches do seem to be glistening pretty well. So let's apply some flocking. So I don't think I need any more of the adhesive. I'm going to close it up. Ideally not getting, I don't think I've got any on my hand, but there is definitely some on the side here, so I have to be careful. All right, so we need to open our flocking and spread this on the tree. I feel like if I try to open this the normal way, it's just going to blast all over the place. Let me just kind of cut into it with the handy dandy box cutter. And we're going to make it snow. All right. It's snowing, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. How much flocking? I mean, there's a lot in here. I think you really get more. I'm assuming they're counting on you just making a real mess of this. Like I just have. That's exactly what I wanted to not do. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's like sugar. It feels like I'm handling sugar. It sounds like sugar. Can we get some down here? So I guess that's why there's so much of it, is the expectation has to be that you're going to lose a fair bit of it. Which is why I used a tray. So yeah, definitely don't let the kids do this just on the dining room table. Yeah, because you will be getting very familiar with your vacuum cleaner at the end of that. All right, so I think that's good. That looks, I got a fair amount of flocking in the water reservoir, but you know what? I think that's okay. I think that actually looks pretty good like that. So I'm going to go and put this outside to cure in the sun, and I'll put these things aside. We'll come back to them. Again, I'm not sure what this is for. Oh, I guess it goes on the top here to make this like a Christmas pudding. Can you put the tree inside of it maybe? Because that actually could be, no, that's way too tall. But yeah, I think it's with this. Let's make this like a Christmas pudding. So I'm gonna put our baubles and stuff aside. And I am going to go put this out in the sun. It is thankfully not raining at the moment. And I will be right back, and we'll open up the other one. What I've done is I went and put the tree in my wife's little greenhouse with the grow light. We did a video on that back at the beginning of the year. And it's got like a UV component to it. It's meant to simulate sunlight. So I put it in there with that, and I figure in the time it takes us to do the other one of these, it should be nice and cured. So let's open up the second one. So yeah, I did get some resin on the tray, which is exactly why I used the tray. And of course I've dumped off the extra bits of microplastically flocking powder. I used about, looks like about 2/3 of the package maybe. But again, a huge portion of that has just gone straight in the bin. And again, eventually into our bloodstreams. So, yeah, definitely not a project. Hey, the zipper actually worked. Not a project for kids to do, like, in an area where you don't want, well, first of all, not on any surface that you don't want this resin to get on. Because it's absolutely going to, I'm sure. If, you know, I'm trying not to. No, did we get 2 trees, or are they just all? Oh, that's gonna be unfortunate if that's the case. If it's not MGA's Miniverse, then it's not MGA's Miniverse. Well, I suppose that tautology stands to reason, right? If we got another tree, well, then that's going to kind of preempt the rest of this video. I guess we'll look at it and see. Maybe that tree looks better. I suppose I could make room for 2 trees if I had to. What do we have? No, I think we didn't. No, yeah, it's another tree. Well, shoot. They felt like they were different weights too. I tried to pick 2 up that were like different weights. So I guess. Well, let's see if this tree looks better then, I guess. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, that's the tools. I think, oh, that feels different, but it's not. It's the tools. Well, how does this tree look? Forever green. Not appreciably better. Well, heck, let's still do it. That's disappointing, though. I wanted the tree. I didn't want 2 of them. But I will just use the rest of the resin in here rather than open up the other resin. I guess we'll charge up. We'll go do both of them. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I mean, I guess only 4 to pick from. It's bound. The chances of getting a duplicate are much greater. But it literally would be nice to get a different one. And I feel like I've got resin on my hands now. All right, let's pop that together. At least it gives me options as to which one I want to display. So that's nice. That's something. Something's not nothing. This one's warped in kind of slightly different ways. It's kind of bent over instead of just squished up. We can't fix that a little bit. All right. At least I know I feel comfortable with what I'm doing now. I don't need to open that up. That's just the tweezers and the brush. So this was our open one, right? Yeah. So let's. You do get plenty of the resin, at least for this one. I don't know what it's like for the other ones. And add a little bit, I think a little less this time than I did last time. Although it didn't overflow or anything, so I mean, I guess I didn't do too badly. All right, now that the tree is watered, we'll plant it down in there and commence to brushing. Now I may have to open the other thing of flocking just because I did use about like 2/3, I think, of that first package. I'm still gonna go ahead and do this because, I mean, maybe it'll look better than the first one when I am done. If I kind of have, I mean, it doesn't seem like this, at least not this one, doesn't seem like it's too easy to screw up too badly because you're just literally just painting clear resin onto tree branches. And yeah, I will need to wash my hands when I'm done because I definitely am getting it on my hands now. At least on this hand, on the hand I'm holding the paintbrush in. Because I think I'm, you know, disappointment is causing me to maybe go a little bit faster than I otherwise would do. Yeah, I'm just disappointed in myself because I thought I had picked up ones that had different weight that felt different from each other. Because I figured, I mean, this tree can't weigh as much as, say, a Yule, like a solid plastic Yule log. So it's just like, look, you have to like paint the frosting and stuff on that. So that could be even more difficult for me. This is probably the easiest one. This is the one, aside from the Marty Moose mugs, this is the one that I wanted. So I'm only disappointed that I got 2 of them, but you know, they should be cute. They look like they'll be cute. I think they're gonna be cute. And oh Christmas tree, I paint thee with resin. Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, I picked 2 of you by mistake. I meant to get the Griswold mugs, instead I've got 2 of you. Oh Christmas tree, hopefully you look good, even though you're mangled and bent up and duplicate. I think it's the first time I've ever gotten just 2 blind boxes and gotten like literally the same thing in both. Well, no, I guess not. It's the those D23 statues. I got 2 more of those, and they were both Merlin. So I guess this isn't the only time this has happened to me. All right, I reckon that is good and coated. Let us commence to flocking. I'm gonna try to make it work with just what I have here. I don't want to open up the other one because I definitely won't need all of that. I can pick stuff up off the tray here as need be as well. Or maybe this one just doesn't need to be as thoroughly flocked. Yeah, we're getting flocked for the holidays here. I think this is actually going to be enough. I think I missed the top here a bit. Can we get a little resin up here? Just doesn't seem like it's sticking there. All right. All right, so I think we're good with that. Can we... I think it's pretty evenly flocked, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take a pause here. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna go put this with the other tree, and then in a few minutes we'll come back and we'll decorate. We'll trim the tree, our little tiny mini-verse tree. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back now. It's actually been probably about almost an hour since I put the first one out there. So what happened was I put them in the greenhouse. The first one was in there for probably about 25 minutes or so. The second one, probably about 10 or 15. And I went back to check on them, and the resin, at least the resin in the base here, had not set. When I tilted it sideways, it was still oozing a bit. So I guess whatever UV is in the greenhouse's grow light is not sufficient to cure. The flocking might have been fine, but the resin in the base, that wasn't cured, at least not to my satisfaction. So I took them around to the side of the house where there was a nice sunny patch. Luckily today it is clear and not windy because these are very light. And I stuck it out in the sunlight for another about 15 to 20 minutes, and now they seem to be fine. And I used that time in the intervening time. And I used the intervening time to clean everything up. It does say to wipe things down with... Oh, it does actually say to wear gloves. My wife was commenting that she was surprised it doesn't say to wear gloves. It does actually say to wear gloves. I obviously didn't do that. Anyways, it says to wipe everything down with alcohol wipes. I don't have any alcohol wipes, but I do have some like isopropyl alcohol. Put on a paper towel, wiped everything down, cleaned off my brush and my hands, and this tray and the and both pots of resin, because some had dripped onto this by putting the open pot on top of it. And I think everything is good to go. I don't notice any, well, let's check there. So it says to double check to make sure the resin is set. Yeah, seems like it. We're not getting any stickiness. Interestingly, particularly on this first one, because if you remember when I first showed this up to the light before I took it out to cure, there was a lot of the flocking on top of the resin there. There was like a little layer of it on top of the water dish, and it had all sunk in. As light as that snow salt is, it all sunk into the resin. It did a little to a lesser degree on this one, but less just got on there because I used overall less resin. And I did notice, having time to sit and think about it, I did read some of the instructions, and of course I was supposed to put this in here before putting the flocking on it. But I mean, the tray didn't catch everything. I still had to go through and wipe up a fair bit of microplastic off of the tablecloth, but the resin at least all stayed on here, and that was kind of my main goal. And yes, I know these probably technically aren't microplastics. You don't need to comment. I mean, you can comment if you want, I don't care. But I know these probably technically aren't microplastics. Those are smaller. But now it's time when it comes to decorate our trees. Each one comes with a little packet of 12 baubles of mini Mary decor. So we're going to go ahead and see, this for me I think is where those tweezers are really going to come in, because I just don't feel like there's any chance. I still think I might be better off using my metal ones, but it says not to use anything that doesn't come. Well, that ornament's gone. Oh no, maybe it isn't. It landed on something I can get. Yes, salvaged. So I guess maybe grab the hook instead. Now these are naff. I'm going to use, I think, these ones. Yeah, I got a good grip there. So it says not to use anything that doesn't come with it, but I'm going to go ahead and use these for my ornaments. And so I thought this would be the easy one, but it's not turning out to be. I feel like I'm going to lose a fair bit of my flocking in this process. But I mean, obviously you can't put the ornaments on before flocking, because then you're going to get flocking all over your ornaments. Okay, can I do this without tweezers? I feel like probably not. Oh, this is pretty awful. I'm not enjoying this. I thought this would be like the easy and fun part, but it isn't. It isn't at all. Not for me anyways, not with my hands. If I had like the hands of an 8-year-old, I think that's what it says is the appropriate age for this. Maybe that would be easier. So maybe let's fast forward through some of this humiliation. All right, that is one decorated. The fact the tree's wonky isn't helping any, but yeah, I'm losing a fair amount of flocking doing this. And that is, I think that's the one I did second, so that had less flocking on to begin with. Let's try the first one here. So yeah, the tweezers, I don't know, mixed help. I want to do it delicately, but it doesn't really want to be done delicately. You have to like really just kind of get in there and force these on the branches. Tweezers are of limited help. The ones that come with it are absolutely useless for this because it just, when I tried to pick one up with it, it just shot it across the room. So that's not good. I feel like I am having a little easier time, maybe because I kind of feel more comfortable with what I'm doing now, or maybe I'm just fed up with it and want to be done with it. I don't know. But Yeah, you can see that like I am breaking off bits of the flocking as I go here, just painting it on there and then trying to shove these on the branches. Just moving the branches around is breaking huge chunks of it loose. I don't know how flocked this tree is going to still be at the end. Maybe not very. But I think it's still going to look pretty cute, if not exactly as I had originally envisioned it. Thankfully, decorating a real tree is a lot easier than this. Well, this would have been easier. This would have definitely been easier to decorate before flocking, but again, then you'd have gotten the flocking adhesive all over the ornaments, and that wouldn't have looked right at all. I mean, also think if the tree hadn't been so kind of mangled in the packaging, well, that served to just knock all the flocking off that branch and not put the ornament on it. If this had been not, if they'd shipped this in a way, packaged it in a way that it didn't arrive mangled, if the tree actually like sat out properly. And again, I'm open to advice on how to fix that so it looks right. Not that I'm necessarily going to buy any more of these Christmas ones. I mean, I might try for the Griswold one again, but... Alright. Last ornament. And... But I mean, if I did that, it probably wouldn't be a video... wouldn't be a video that gets up before Christmas at this point. Come on. The last ornament, or I mean, it's an ornament I already put on, but gotta put it on again because it fell off. So I guess I'm just trying to attach it to things it doesn't want to attach to. It seems like it should be an easy process, right? But it's not. All right, our trees are decorated. Half of the flocking is gone to the tray. Only thing left to do is put on our tree topper, which does come in its own little box. Look, it even has a little barcode on the side. It's very cute. I like the idea. I almost feel like that should be resined into place too. But I don't... I mean, if I did that, the resin's not going to be able to be exposed to the UV rays, and how long would it take to cure that? Would it cure then? It doesn't feel like it goes on like super firmly, but it's on. Yeah, see, that just pops right off. Feels like it should like really like squeeze down into place. Because it doesn't show... Yeah, it doesn't show any resining on there. All right. There we go. Yeah, definitely wash my hands again. But I did wipe everything else down with a little brush. I don't know, it could be good like a Star Wars Black figure or Marvel Legend figure if you want to do something with them. So I feel like the intent of this is, I thought Christmas pudding, but actually I realized I think it's meant to be a tree bauble. And again, that's just not staying put. I think this is actually meant to be a tree bauble, but as you can see, this is clearly not going to fit in there. Maybe the Swiss roll, or sorry, the Yule log and the charcuterie and the Griswolds might fit in these to hang up as an ornament. Because that actually could be really cute if you like glued it down to the bottom and set up like a little display in there. This could be a cute little ornament for the tree. Let me change the camera angle a bit just so we can see the tree like kind of face on instead of from above. And there we go. There is our final product. So even with a lot of the flocking being knocked off, I guess it's why it's good to overflock it to start with, because you lose a fair bit in the actual decorating process. Even with the flocking knocked off, I think it still looked pretty cute. I don't know where I'd want to put this though. The thing is that flocking is absolutely going to continue to fall off. I actually do wish it fit in here, because then at least, I mean, there's holes in the bottom, so some of that flocking is still going to fall out. But the flocking would, I think, stay in place better at least, if it wasn't getting touched. Also, as the ornaments fall off, they have a place to fall. But overall, I mean, it's very cute. I don't know if I'm gonna... If I could be assured of getting a Griswold Christmas Vacation, I would probably buy another one. But I think this is probably the easiest of the assortment. I mean, looking at them, you have to, like, for the charcuterie, you have to put resin down there and glue everything into place. And there's stuff to cut. Looks like some of the meats have to be cut. So I feel like this is probably the easiest one to do. And I don't know, I had difficulty with it. Actually, I guess this would probably be the easiest one to do, wouldn't it? Just pour stuff in the cups and put it in like a cinnamon stick and just let it cure. So that's probably the easiest one to do. But this is probably the second easiest, because it doesn't involve a lot of like important to detailed painting. So I don't know, these might just really be beyond the skill set of me and my rock biter hands. But I'm glad I tried it. It was fun. I probably will do, I definitely will do some more Miniverse stuff in the future. How much of it, I don't know. But yeah, it's very messy. It definitely isn't for younger kids. I think it says on here for ages over 8. Because I did during the time I was letting it cure, I did actually then read the instructions. And it did say on the suitable for kids, not suitable for kids under 8. So, I mean, that's definitely true. This is messy. You are dealing with chemicals that, it says heat up in the sun. Now, I didn't notice any like noticeable warmth on these when I brought them in. But again, most of the resin on it is just a light coating on the branches. So, I mean, if there's going to be heat, it's going to be down here in the water tray where it's going to heat it up. But yeah, interesting experience. Definitely I prefer mini brands to Miniverse based on this. But we'll do some more Miniverse in the future, I'm sure. Might do some of the Lord of the Rings ones, make swords. How hard could that be to make swords? But definitely not for younger kids. Definitely adult supervision. Definitely gonna like make messes. And of course have lots and lots of landfill. But still, reasonably fun. Could be a good little Christmas stocking stuffer for older children. And they probably will, at least for this year, go live maybe like right over here for the rest of the holiday season. Or until they get in the way, which could be fairly early on. Complaints. The ornaments are difficult to put on the tree without knocking like a ton of that flocking material off. A ton of that material has fallen off trying to put these ornaments on. And again, rock biter hands. Maybe if you have smaller hands and a more delicate touch than I do, you'd have an easier time of it, but I didn't. And I can only really base on my own experience. I wish the tree had been in better shape when it came out of the package, because it definitely looks wonky. Kind of like I figure out like a real tree, figure out what the best side is. The ornaments don't really sit straight on the tree. Once you come on there, they're on there pretty securely, but the flip side of that is that they don't hang right. They hang at weird angles. They definitely want to fall off easily unless you get them really on there, in which case you've knocked off all the flocking. The topper doesn't stick into place at all. There's like that's going to fall. If this falls over, the topper is going to fall and probably be lost forever. But the cute idea, I don't hate the idea, and I'm not willing to say that the problems are not those of my own making, between a combination of skill level and rock biter hands. But yeah, it was difficult. It was more difficult, hence this being really a long video for a weekday video. But it was fun. A little frustrating, but fun. Good holiday fun. But ultimately, this wraps the video up. We've made our trees. I'm disappointed I didn't get 2 different ones, but I do feel like the other ones might have been even harder to work with. Just like trying to place the little cheeses and have to cut out the meat and stuff might have been even more frustrating for me than trying to put the baubles on the tree were. So I suppose in some ways I'm glad I didn't get one of those. but it's kind of a waste to have gotten 2 of the same one. But so be it. But have you done any of these? Do you have any tips for how I could have done this better? Like things that you know that seem like really obvious to you that obviously I don't know? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of these Make It Mini or Miniverse Make It holiday sets. I guess it's like a second series, and like I said, there was one last year that I was unaware of. I don't know. I'm only vaguely aware of it now. But let me know in the comments what you thought of this and what you thought of them if you've done them yourself. But I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.